Thank you, dear life, for waking me up today. Thank you, dear life, for giving me another sunrise.
Thank you, dear life, for the gift of breath. Thank you, dear life, for the heartbeat keeping me alive.
Thank you, dear life, for my healthy body. Thank you, dear life, for the fresh air I breathe.
Thank you, dear life, for clean water to drink.
Thank you, dear life, for delicious food on my plate. Thank you, dear life, for clothes to wear. Thank you, dear life, for a safe roof over my head. Thank you, dear life, for the bed I sleep on. Thank you, dear life, for my cozy pillow.
Thank you, dear life, for the warmth of sunlight. Thank you, dear life, for the beauty of the moon.
Thank you, dear life, for the twinkling stars above. Thank you, dear life, for calm mornings.
Thank you, dear life, for peaceful nights.
Thank you, dear life, for my eyes to see this world.
Thank you, dear life, for my ears to hear lovely sounds.
Thank you, dear life, for my tongue to taste sweetness. Thank you, dear life, for my skin to feel touch. Thank you, dear life, for my nose to smell flowers. Thank you, dear life, for my legs to walk freely. Thank you, dear life, for my hands to create and give. Thank you, dear life, for my voice to speak my truth. Thank you, dear life, for my mind to think clearly. Thank you, dear life, for my heart to love deeply.
Thank you, dear life, for my brain to imagine and dream. Thank you, dear life, for the energy flowing through me. Thank you, dear life, for my health and strength.
Thank you, dear life, for healing my body every day. Thank you, dear life, for good sleep and rest. Thank you, dear life, for delicious meals that nourish me. Thank you, dear life, for clean clothes to wear with pride. Thank you, dear life, for my daily bath that refreshes me. Oh, thank you, dear life, for my morning cup of tea.
Thank you, dear life, for electricity and light in my home.
Oh, thank you, dear life, for my phone connecting me to loved ones.
Thank you, dear life, for technology making work easier.
Thank you, dear life, for water flowing in taps.
Thank you, dear life, for the soft breeze on my face.
Thank you, dear life, for the beauty of nature around me.
Thank you, dear life, for trees giving shade and oxygen.
my soul.
Thank you, dear life, for healing after hurt.
Oh, thank you, dear life, for forgiveness that frees me.
Thank you, dear life, for new beginnings after endings.
Thank you, dear life, for opportunities that excite me.
Thank you, dear life, for divine timing in everything.
Thank you, dear life, for miracles big and small.
Thank you, dear life,
For guiding me even when I can't see the path. Thank you, dear life, for intuition that whispers truth.
thank you, dear life, for the lessons hidden in difficulties.
Thank you, dear life, for strength during hard days.
Thank you, dear life, for courage to start again.
Thank you, dear life, for patience that keeps me peaceful.
Thank you, dear life, for clarity and confusion.
Thank you, dear life, for my freedom to choose.
Thank you, dear life, for the power of my thoughts.
Thank you, dear life, for my creative ideas.
Thank you, dear life, for work that brings meaning.
Thank you, dear life, for money that supports my needs.
Thank you, dear life, for abundance flowing to me.
Thank you, dear life, for the home that protects me.
Thank you, dear life, for the vehicles that move me safely.
Thank you, dear life, for my teachers in every form.
Thank you, dear life, for my inner wisdom.
Thank you, dear life, for my calmness in chaos.
Thank you, dear life, for peace in my heart. Thank you, dear life, for the love that surrounds me.
Thank you, dear life, for faith that keeps me going.
Thank you, dear life, for the beauty of stillness.
Thank you, dear life, for my spiritual journey. Thank you, dear life, for my connection with the divine.
Thank you, dear life, for prayers that get answered.
Thank you, dear life, for unseen protection around me.
Thank you, dear life, for the grace that guides my path.
Thank you, dear life, for synchronicities that show your magic.
Thank you, dear life, for meditation that centers me.
Thank you, dear life, for yoga that aligns my body and soul.
Thank you, dear life, for forgiveness that softens my heart.
Thank you, dear life, for detachment that gives peace.
Thank you, dear life, for understanding beyond logic.
Thank you, dear life, for self-love growing each day.
Thank you, dear life, for acceptance
Thank you, dear